add that little bree just for you, James.
Oh, nice.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Ninja Monkey Gaming. This is episode 3. ESO say what? We've got we got actually quite a full show for you guys tonight. We are bringing on another guest host, trying her out tonight. Yes, that's right. We have a female on the show tonight. All you guys don't freak out. I know.
Luke.
It's okay. It really is. She's a gamer. All right, guys. I am Joe the Widget Wilson. I am your host, and I am joined by my fellow co-host, Justin Nivosi Blatecki.
Hey, he got it right.
Let's see how weird his name can get. I am joined as always by James Jam Evil Debo.
What's happening? Monkey time. Woo, 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 woo.
It's the Monkey Ninjas. I'll bring out the shuriken. And we are joined by our guest host, Stephanie.
Yes, that's me.
All right. Welcome to the show, Steph. And we've got a lot to go over, guys. We got a lot to do, actually. The big talk going on around the web right now, which I want to get into right away, is the bombshell that ZeniMax Studios dropped this morning. That their famed, I want to say famed, MMORPG, Elder Scrolls Online, is going buy to play. And those of you who are not familiar with that format, it's basically the same thing as Guild Wars and Guild Wars 2. You buy the game, you play it for free, no subscription required. However, they will have an extra currency that you can buy with real money to buy items like mounts and costumes and things of that nature. And they do have a premium plan. For those of you who still want to continue to play the $14.99 a month, we'll get a whole bunch of extra goodies straight from them. And this is going to be hitting March 17th.
For PCs and Mac.
For PCs and Macs, exactly. The game's only out for that right now, Justin.
Yes, but we got other news for it.
We do.
They gave it the dates of release for the...
That's coming up. That's on my notes right there. Do you see it below that?
I know. I see it.
Well, since Justin's getting into it so excitedly, Justin, what is that?
They're releasing it finally for the Xbox One and PS4. Still no word on betas for them, but we got the dates for the release, which is June 9th.
That's right. So those of you who've been waiting eagerly for over a year now for the PlayStation 4 or the Xbox One versions, wait no more. Well, actually, I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. You gotta wait another like 4 or 5 months, but still, you still gotta wait. But now
have a date at least.
But now you have something to look forward to. It's not just an unknown entity. And they will be starting the beta up soon. You will be able to sign up for it. They showed off the PlayStation 4 video or version of it when they were doing their stream talking about these changes today. It looks pretty cool, and it looks very user-friendly. I might even give it a shot. I'm not sure yet. I might. I have my PC version, and I'm kind of happy with that. We'll see what happens. But so what's changing with them is, like I said, the buy to play. Once you buy the game, you're good to go. If you already bought the game, you're good to go. But they're going to be adding the ESO Plus membership, or the Plus Premium membership.
Yes.
There is no price tag on that yet. We're assuming it's going to remain the $14.99 it's currently at. But they're going to be adding a lot of goodies and benefits for that. Their currency, their real money currency is called, they're basically calling it crowns. You'll be getting 1,500 crowns per month bonus for every month that you are subscribed on this membership. You'll have access to all of the Elder Scrolls Online downloadable content, the DLC game packs, for the duration of your membership. So keep in mind, you can't just sub up for 1 month and expect to have that DLC for the rest of your life. But there will be an option to buy the DLC separate if you do not want to go for the premium subscription. Cool. Let me see here. There's also a 10% bonus to XP and gold gain, crafting research, and inspiration while you have the subscription. Oh, wait. There is the price tag, actually. I am wrong. Correct me there. $14.99 is going to remain the 30-day period the 30 days, and they're going to be doing different bonuses for 90 days, 180 days, that kind of thing. For those of us one of the cool things they're doing, for those of us who have been playing the game already and have been subbing, we're going to get a whole bunch of crowns all at once when the game goes to the buy-to-play model, because they're going to give us credit for all the months that we have been subbed. So I'll be able to buy lots of goodies, because I've been subbed since day one.
Goodies. I've been subbed as well too, but I haven't really been playing it at all. So I had to unsub. I paid for 6 months, played it for about 3 weeks, and then...
Dungeon Defenders 2 coming to PS4. When is that coming? There is no news on that yet that I'm aware of.
Looks really good though. The first Dungeon Defenders was a lot of fun.
It was interesting, yeah.
It's a combination of tower defense and third and first person kind of like dungeon crawler. So
Wasn't the second one already out for PC on Steam, I thought?
it might be out.
Well, was it just a beta run they were doing?
I'll verify right now.
Yeah, it's already out for PC on Steam.
Oh, okay.
That's for $24.99.
I knew I saw that somewhere.
It's in early access at the moment.
And I heard rumor they were going to be pushing that to PS4. I just didn't know when or even why.
So far, the news I've just looked up on it, it's supposed to be this year. They previewed it at the PlayStation Experience.
What was that, Justin?
So far, all the news I've found is just saying that it's supposed to come out sometime this year. They did a first preview of it at the PlayStation Experience.
Yeah, most likely. The thing is we're in the lull for news right now because the gaming industry's big news season is coming up starting March 5th, and that's when PAX East starts. That starts the gaming convention season officially, and that goes until PAX Prime in Seattle at the end of the year. So it's usually about a 6-month span where you're going to get all the major news, whether it be PAX East, E3, PAX Prime, the gaming convention in Germany, which I always forget the name of, is another big one they do.
Gamescom?
GameCon, thank you. Those are the big four, basically, for the gaming convention, and that's where you're going to get all your news from. Any kind of... So most of the time, the first few months of the year and the last few months of the year are the quiet time for news, because most companies are holding off until the convention season to launch that big news and get as much media press as possible. So hopefully we'll hear more about that sometime around PAX. Speaking of PAX, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to PAX East this year. And I have my tickets, plane tickets. I will be there all 3 days. I look forward to it. I'll be there from March 5th to March 9th. And hopefully I'll come back with a lot of info for the show. Hopefully a lot of info. I'm going to be doing a pre-recording that Sunday night with a friend of mine. And we'll play that on the show on Wednesday for you guys.
Cool.
You better get PAX.
Oh, that was just such a bad pun.
That was horrible.
Painful puns.
Painful.
Brought to you by Jam Evil.
All right, guys. Before we get any further, we were talking to Steph earlier. I know Justin was, for one, on Skype about retro gaming. And she was really excited that one of her favorite old-school games was coming to Steam. Is that correct, Steph?
Yes, it's Harvester. It's an old horror point-and-click game.
Okay. So what we did is we told her about a site that me and Justin discovered about a year and a half, 2 years ago, or a year ago.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, something on those. It was a while back. It's GOG.com, guys, and go there and check it out. And the reason I bring it up, they're not sponsoring us at all, but if you're really into retro gaming, what they're doing is they're taking all the old favorites, reformatting them to modern Windows, and you can buy them for $4 or $5 a pop in most cases. Sometimes cheaper, really big games, sometimes a little bit more. But for the most case, you can get really awesome games. I was so thrilled I got Settlers 3, Lands of Lore, and Stronghold from them for dirt cheap. and it works perfectly on my Windows. You know how excited I was? I was giddy. Can't go wrong with the old classics, huh, James?
Nope. I remember buying the King's Quest collection when it came out on Steam, and all of them worked really well, except for King's Quest 7, which you had to do some workarounds. But once you got it working, it was good.
You know, it's the
So,
same way when it came to the Elder Scrolls series.
yeah.
Well, no, actually, they gave that away. Bethesda did. It was the Daggerfall and Arena, but you had to do a DOS workaround to get them to work. Which
Yeah,
was
because
annoying.
most of these games were made for Windows 3.1 and Windows, what is it?
Like the IBM Junior.
Oh, yeah,
My grandmother still has that.
really old operating systems. They're not meant to perform with
Well, yeah, they were made.
processing.
They were meant
have
for
the-
DOS systems,
Yeah.
and considering modern Windows doesn't use that format anymore, thank God, they have to be rebuilt for the proper. Which is then now the gaming platform is DirectX.
Right. You want it to work properly, sometimes you got to run them through DOSBox.
Yep. But GOG fixes that problem for you guys, and they rebuild them on the background to be DirectX compatible. So you run them like any other game. They quickly install because they're obviously older games, not very big. So yeah, you can download and have it installed within 10 minutes or less, depending on your internet connection. So I definitely recommend checking it out. All right, we got a lot of other news out there. Really quick, I want to just throw some lighthearted news out there. Another Brainiac died on a 3-day gaming spree in another country, and this interests me all the time because I see this regularly. Is someone from? It's very rare it actually happens in the United States. I don't know why, but this guy decided. Let me see if I can pull up this article here really quick for you guys. This is not a joke either. This is the real deal, yo. Yeah, okay. So it's in Taiwan, an internet cafe. This guy had been binge gaming for 3 days straight without leaving, and apparently he did this quite often. And he was 32 years old, and he was found dead. I'm not, don't mean to laugh, but he was found dead. And what the funny part was is that for several hours, people were gaming all around him as he laid there at the desk dead, without even realizing it.
Oh my god.
Okay.
So the lesson in this story is, don't binge game. Get up, exercise, eat. You know, live a normal life. Don't do what these people do. It's pathetic, honestly.
Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate.
Yeah, exactly.
Hydrate.
Always have a glass of water or something with you.
So now that part's over with. What else we got, guys?
Hydrate.
Justin,
What?
what was that about?
I don't know. Hydrate. Giant 32-ounce drink. Hydrate.
Hydrate with Mountain Dew. No, that's horrible. It's not hydration.
Yeah, that's not hydration. That's
Not recommended, but it's delicious.
amen
Best
to
way to
that.
continue your long gaming session with only slight hydration.
Yeah, right. And a lot of caffeine, way
Yeah.
too much sugar. That's a great way to get diabetes.
No, but did
You get the diabetes.
Is that your Wilford Brimley impression?
Really bad one, yeah. Well, guys, there is a new Sid Meier game coming out called Starships, which actually looks, I gotta admit, it looks really cool. It's a hexagon turn-based strategy game, and it uses starship fleets. And honestly, I do like a lot of the Sid Meier stuff that came out. What they do is very, very, I want to say, innovative and extremely detailed to the point of being frustrating at times. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this quick video for you guys. This is the announcement trailer for Sid Meier Starships. After I skip this BS ad. There we go. It's okay, you can play. You're allowed to. you do me a favor, Ivy, and
Our
be quiet?
ancestors crossed the great void untold millennia ago. Pilgrims from a dying world long since lost. From tumultuous beginnings, their struggle, courage, and fortitude gave birth to our civilization. For many centuries, our people prospered. Peace ruled our planet, and our understanding of the world around us grew. Our scientists have long speculated that ours was not the only tribe to make this journey and establish a new home on another world. But their searching has been met again and again with silence. Until now. The transmission was weak and incomplete, but in a language not unlike our own. Our anticipation grew. What culture and knowledge had our brothers developed during the long centuries of our separation?
I had to pause it just for a second because it was lagging like nuts. Probably because I'm screen sharing with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Starship was prepared. Ambassadors recruited. But gradually, the meaning of the message became clear. It was a desperate call for help. Galvanized by the revelation that we are not alone, our fleet has been equipped, and we are ready to answer the call of our brethren. What shall we find as we set our course beyond the stars?
Yay! It does look
Oh
cool.
my god. Oh my god, Starship!
I want it.
Starship is so cool. So sweet. No, really, it's entertaining.
Yeah, right. What I did
Now-
notice about when I was looking at the screenshots, how you control the fleets and how you actually upgrade your ships and make them cooler and all that good stuff, and different types of ships for different things. And then I noticed the grid map, the hexagon grid map, and I actually very much like that style of strategy play. So I think that's going to be very interesting, I think. I'm going to have to check it out. Keep an eye on it.
Instead of the traditional forward, back, left, and right, you have a 6-way diagonal moving scheme, so.
Yep.
What do you think about it, Justin? Do you know any more about it?
I'm excited about it. It's essentially after Beyond Earth, which is the current new Sid Meier's game. Came out last year. Was it last year? Yeah. And essentially that is just Alpha Centauri 2, if you've ever played any of his older games.
I hear a cat.
Yeah, that'd be my roommate's cat.
Meow, meow. Click, click. You're kitty, kitty. Alright, so that was the reveal for the new Sid Meier's game. We're going to keep an eye on that. I know Justin especially will. That's his baby, his toy. So
I like kids' games.
yeah, we'll keep you guys up and informed with that one as more information gets released on that. And Stephanie has something over here about Nintendo.
Yes, I actually saw this on my Facebook feed. My daughter, she has a DS, and it's regarding the new Nintendo 3DS XL will not have an AC adapter with it, which means you would already have to have one already, like the 2D, the 3D, the older system adapters. They'll work with it because, as they're saying, they don't want their customers to pay more for a system if they didn't add the adapter with it, which I'm kind of confused.
Yeah, right? Isn't it like $2 more?
I mean, that would...
For something
I mean,
you would
I
think
don't
would be critical?
I don't know what Nintendo's doing with all this, but adapter... I don't think there's much that goes into an adapter, but I was kind of confused as to why it would be like coming out with a Wii U or like the Xbox One without the adapter. I mean, where are you going to use to plug it in to play it then?
Right, I'm just thinking about all the sad kids out there that are going to get a DS for the first time, and they're going to be like, all right, now how does it turn on?
Mommy, it won't turn back on with the batteries.
3DS XL is going to launch February 13th for $200. I mean,
Instead of 202?
oh my gosh. And that's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's a stupid move.
Nintendo's trying to nickel and dime right now. They haven't really made much money off the Wii U yet, so.
Flux Vibes in chat said that the strategy is master game genre.
I
Not
wouldn't
sure
know
what
if
you
it's
mean by
master
that.
game, but it's definitely up there in one of the key games that it does require a lot of thought to play.
Yeah, RTSs are okay. I have the right RTS to really get me into it. Like, I love the Settler series, except for the new ones, which are way too detailed. My problem with RTSs, seriously, is they get too detailed nowadays. Too micromanagement. The micromanagement details drives me up a wall.
Well, some RTSs are different. Some are more micromanaging, and some are more macro managing.
Leon, they may retail for 15, but you got to also remember that they mark them up about 400 or 500%.
Yeah.
When I worked for Best Buy, we had a discount was 2% over cost, and we would get stuff like that for literally $1.50.
I would understand not including the AC adapter if it was a non-rechargeable battery type system, so you can put in some AA batteries and run
Right,
it.
exactly.
That would make sense.
That would make perfect sense. That's how it always used to be. You know,
Yeah.
you bought the old Game Boy Advance, and even I think it was the first like Game Boy Pocket and stuff like that. Those didn't come with an AC adapter. You just had to buy batteries, and if you wanted the AC adapter, it was available. So.
Well, the thing is, it also that says Nintendo sells official DSi and 3DS chargers for $9.95 on the Nintendo store.
Yeah,
And
I think
it
it's
costs them
I think
26
it's
cents to
partially
make.
because Nintendo's hurting right now financially a little bit.
Oh, they're being crushed because their Wii and Wii U tanked. The only thing that has kept Nintendo alive is their handhelds, and quite honestly, Nintendo owns the handheld market.
Yeah.
They own 92% of the handheld market right now.
Yeah, and the other little bits, the PS
However-
Vita and mobile devices now, essentially.
However, on the other side of that, though, phones and tablets are encroaching that market even more so. So Nintendo's market in that mobile gaming has diminished dramatically over the last 2 to 3 years as handheld gaming becomes more and more dominant with apps on your phone and on your tablet. So yeah, you're right, Justin. Nintendo's hurting very badly, and that's like I said last week. I feel very, very strongly that Nintendo needs to go the way of Sega. They need to stop making systems and do what they do best, and that's make some of the most fun games that out there, period.
Or just help publish games. I mean, Sega doesn't... Like, one of the main games that I still play from Sega is actually made by Total War. I can't remember what their company's called now. Creative Associations or something like that. But it's produced by Sega, but all the coding and everything's done by Creative Assembly. That's what it is.
Right.
But they just publish it, and it's one of my favorite game series to play.
On our first episode, we talked about Awesome Games Done Quick, 2015, right, Justin?
Yep.
And that's over now, isn't it?
Yes. Their stream is officially over. I mean, you still got the people who do stream their speed runs, and they still collect donations and stuff.
Right. I noticed on their website, I was watching a lot of their YouTube videos, watching a lot of the Legend of Zelda, the first one on NES, the race they did together. That was really awesome. I watched their Super Nintendo Zelda, the Metroid race, a bunch of different ones I've been watching over the weekend, and so I was drawn to their website to see how they did overall, and they had over 160 hours. There were statistics right on the front page. 160 hours of speedrunning total, and the final donation that they made to the Prevent Cancer Foundation was $1,575,000. That was donated by
Wow.
fans and streamers alike. So that's a round of applause for them, because that's fantastic. Like, for real, like no joke. Like, this is just streaming online. This is people that care. So this was an awesome event. My hat's off to them. That's fantastic. So.
I always love watching these guys, and I love what they do. And the fact that they do this every year and raise this kind of money almost year in, year out now is phenomenal.
Yeah. Yeah, that is $1.5 million is no joke. All right, guys. Well, we have a lot more to talk about. The show is just beginning. That was just our basic news. And there are a lot of betas coming out very soon. And I know a few of you guys out there, I know a couple in the chat even, will be interested in the fact that Neverwinter is coming to closed beta to Xbox One in February. And you have to go to Neverwinter's site and apply for that beta ASAP if you're interested in that. Also, guys, closed beta weekend for World of Warships is this weekend. If you guys don't know about it, follow them on Twitter. They were giving away keys today. So if you go to their blog site, it'll give you a list sometimes of different sites that are giving away keys as well. If I ever get my hands on some, I'll give away some on the show. But they are the makers of World of Tanks, World of War Tanks, World of Warplanes. Really, really good games. Unfortunately, Warplanes has kind of tanked, pun intended. But their tanks game is doing very well, and their warships game looks really, really good. So check that out, guys. Follow them on Twitter, World of Warships, and try to get a hold of that key. You will be happy you did.
Yeah, it's really good from what I've played of it. It's last weekend, and the things that they're saying they're adding for this test weekend, it's going to improve it a lot.
Yeah, we can't talk about that, though.
No, sadly.
No.
I can say how good it is. I just can't talk about the gameplay.
Right. And Stephanie, you said I see that you have an open beta that's beginning next week?
What is it? No Scoff. It's a free-to-play League of Kain spinoff that's going to be started by Square Enix.
Oh, interesting. Square Enix is doing this, huh?
Yeah. They had an article. I have one of the GameStop magazines with an article that's talking about how people were mad that they stopped the Legacy of Kain games. So it's gonna be like a vampire kind of free to play MMO. See, it says opening will be it'll be open to all at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on January 21st, which was today, this morning.
Interesting. I don't see information where you go for that beta. Probably just search it. Nosgoth, Nosgoth. Oh, Nosgoth.com. Right there in front of my face. And it began today.
So it's like a kind of a first-person type game, a third-person vampire hunting. I've never heard anything about it, so I don't know.
Yeah, I was trying to see if there's any kind of like trailer on it. Let me see. My
You must
internet's
enter your date of birth.
official videos. Yes, please.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Okay, Nosgoth, Class Warfare, Reaver. Oh, what the heck, why not? Let's take a look at this.
There is prey to be killed.
The Reaver, one of 2 vampire classes available from the start of Nosgoth. The Reavers of Clan Doomahim are dexterous and stealthy predators. They are trained killers who use their silence and natural hunting skills to outrun and outthink their opposition.
I'm not gonna tell you what that looked like.
Please don't.
Hunting prey is what the Reavers do best, and their powerful pounce attack is a soaring strike that incapacitates humans on impact. The Savage Pounce is more vicious, but unlike the standard version, there is no aim assist. A little practice is advised. Another variation is the Leap Attack. When equipped, it allows Reavers to instantly vault from all fours at full speed. It's an explosive and surprising counter, but unlike Pounce, it won't disable on impact. The Reaver's Sweeping Kick is a departure from his other Pounce attacks. The multi-purpose strike staggers several enemies at once. Also important is that Sweeping Kick doesn't break the Reaver's momentum, an ideal pairing with other abilities for makeshift combos. Reavers can also throw shadow bombs to shroud an area in a dark fog that vampires can see through. But humans caught in its cloud won't until the effect completely wears off, or they find a way to run out of its range. This is Nosgoth's special version of crowd control. If Reavers are surrounded by humans planning an ambush, Choking Haze is the best way to break up their flank. Plus, unlike Shadow Bomb, Choking Haze blankets the area in a toxic mist that does damage to anyone caught in its influence, making it both an offensive and defensive weapon. With Evasion, Reavers can dissolve into shadows and fly towards their target at rapid speed. They are mostly immune from damage for the duration of this ability, and can even break free from the human's bola traps. Haste activates
We
a
lost
burst
somebody?
of speed that lets Reavers
Yeah.
move and attack more
We lost
quickly.
Stephanie.
This ability is perfect for a hit-and-run approach, allowing the Reaver to get in and get out fast. As a silent killer, the Reaver's key to success is the art of the ambush. The important Shadow Step ability transforms the Reaver into Umbra,
Alright, I've had enough of
allowing him
this
to-
already. I'm not interested.
It looks cool. It looks cool. Like hand-to-hand, specialized combat based around creatures of the night. Humans versus vampires. I've seen a game like this before. That was entertaining to watch. I don't know how much fun I'd have playing it.
Yeah, it doesn't look very interesting to me, but that's just me.
Yeah. They look like ninja vampire monkeys.
Without the awesome bananas.
No bananas.
No banana nunchucks.
No banana
Oh.
nunchucks. Alright, guys, we're going to go ahead and jump into the esports. Justin, what's going on around the leagues here?
Well, League of Legends LCS is going to start tomorrow for Europe and North America on Saturday. The LCS is the two primary leagues that most people watch for League of Legends. They're the two main ones. And the League of Legends season's actually been going on for a little while longer on the Asian scene. It started in Korea, China, and Singapore, Taipei area about 2 weeks ago now. So they got a little bit of a head start. So now be looking forward to watching a lot of those matches. They're pretty interesting.
I read that the League of Legends World Championships is going to be held in Europe this year.
Yes, I forgot to put that in. Thanks for reminding me.
You're welcome.
Yeah, the League of Legends World Championships this year will be held in Europe, which would be the first time they're held back in Europe since, I believe, Season 1. I don't think they've been in Europe since then. But there will be a nice change of pace. It's been in North America twice now, I think. And Korea once. Don't quote me on that specifically. I'm not really sure.
Wasn't it in LA last year?
No, last year was Korea. The year before was LA.
Oh, okay. It's been that long already?
Yeah.
It was like such a big deal that they rented out the entire LA Convention Center for it. And
Yeah, it's sold out the Staples Center. Yeah,
Yep.
that blew my mind.
So, esports, like I've been talking about episode 1 and 2, is such a big deal nowadays. I just want a little side topic here, guys.
Okay.
What games that we think could become a big deal in the esports world, whether it be if they fix something or not. One of my big things is brain fart. Yeah, Not that one right there.
Planes.
Hearthstone.
I haven't heard of that game.
I was gonna say Hearthstone, and I think Hearthstone
Hearthstone
has
already has
potential.
an esport,
Any kind of like doesn't say RTS like an idiot. Card game based. Help me out, guys. What is
TCG? Trading card game?
TCGs?
Magic?
Any TCG based game like that could become a big deal. And from Blizzard, I think Hearthstone could be, but they're making a lot of mistakes right now when it comes to the official rankings in Hearthstone. For one, it's only a month long before it resets.
Yes, but the esport's already built there, so it's not.
Two,
It's already a big deal.
they don't do enough. They don't match properly. Oftentimes, you'll play against people that are 4 or 5, ranks ahead of you, and you have no shot in Hades to even win. I run that problem, so I didn't even do the ranked. And that's been a big talk right now online from what I researched today, is that Hearthstone could be much bigger than what it is if they get their act together and actually build it more towards the esports arena. Now,
Yeah.
Blizzard does their own thing with that in esports, but no one else does because Blizzard will not license that out.
Yes.
So there's no leagues. It's just through Blizzard. Now, Blizzard got smart and went away from it just being them. It could be a big deal, I think. But you're right,
Yeah.
Justin. I think World of Warplanes would be awesome if they can get their act together. Come on, Wargaming.
Yeah. And once Ships is released, I think that could be a really good one. We'll see how it is once it releases, but before that, I'm not going to say anything more.
Yeah, we talked about it previously with World of Warplanes. They really need to listen to their community. So, don't want to get back into that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think planes could be as big, if not bigger, than tanks is right now.
Well, we know that Call of Duty is climbing the esports ladder quite a bit right
Yes.
now. Advanced Warfare, especially with MLG, is making a big splash.
Halo is making a comeback right now.
Yeah, with the new Halo coming out, it's definitely coming. But there's only like 2 leagues I know of that really feature Halo. Even MLG really doesn't care about it.
No, not as much anymore.
They're more into the Call of Duty side of the first-person shooter, and as well as the other one.
Counter-Strike?
Counter-Strike. Thank you. I just can't think tonight.
I can tell.
It's the headache, I swear. What do you think,
I didn't
James?
do it. That wasn't me. Not tonight, at least.
Not tonight, yeah. So what do you think, James? What do you think about what games do you think could be could make a big splash in the esports world?
No, I could see Hearthstone getting there. I see it very popular on Twitch, and usually what happens to be popular on Twitch is usually what ends up becoming an esport in general. It gets more sponsors, gets more following. So usually by following the top games played on Twitch, you can see what's up and coming. And you said that Modern Warfare is a big one on Twitch right now. So
Advanced Warfare.
I could see Advanced Warfare. I'm sorry. Can definitely become an esport.
It already
coming
is.
up.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
the major leagues that already run it, like MLG.
Right, but like big competitions. So
They do. They have world championships right now.
okay.
And it's actually $1 million prize pool. Actually, the United States, there's 2 different world championships, 2 different United States championships coming up, and that's in February for Advanced Warfare. It is $1 million prize pool, and there's championships going on all across the world currently for that. Usually teams of 5, I think, with 1 coach. So that one, that one's already big in the esports world, especially with the biggest current league is the Major League of Gaming, MLG. So, but you're right, actually. Seeing those games on Twitch, usually the top 10 is usually where you're going to see get to that sponsor point if there's the proper competitive element. If they don't have the right format and the right setup for it to become an esport, it just never will.
Right, like you can see, I think it was South Park Stick of Truth when that came out. It was the number one on the
yeah.
stream. Like for the first 3 days that it came out, it was the number one stream, the number one watched, and yeah, I don't see that becoming an esport anytime soon. So,
No.
Or you got Twitch plays Pokemon.
Yeah. Oh, Twitch plays Pokemon. Come on now.
Gosh.
I vote anarchy. Yeah. Good times though. if you don't know what Twitch Plays Pokemon is, then if you ever see it, you should check it out. Just join the chaos.
It's interesting.
It's fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun, I don't know about that,
a lot
but
of
it's
fun to kill
interesting.
time for a few minutes sometimes.
It's good.
It's a spam fest. If you ever wonder what chat spam looks like, that's what you go look at.
Mm-hmm.
Steph, we were talking about the esports world and what games we think could become big in that. Do you have any ideas on that?
I'm trying to remember the new one they were. It's in beta right now for World of Warcraft.
Oh, they're MOBA.
Oh,
Sorry?
Strife.
Heroes of the Storm.
Oh,
Heroes of
Heroes
the
of the
Storm.
Storm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looked pretty good.
Yeah, that one I think has potential just because Blizzard's games tend to blow up pretty quickly. And also their new first-person shooter they announced at BlizzCon. Whenever they get that rolling out, I think that could do really well too.
That one looks interesting, but there's no customization to it, which is a big problem.
They were planning on doing a first-person shooter a long time ago, based around Kerrigan, I believe, but they never followed through with it. So this was before StarCraft 2. This was after StarCraft 1.
They currently have a first-person shooter in development and in beta currently.
Mm-hmm.
What's that called? I think that's the one I'm talking about, but I can't.
I know what you're talking about. I did some research on it, and it looked interesting, very interesting, but there's no customization to it, which really upset me.
At least of right now.
Yeah, and that's called Overwatch.
Overwatch,
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Yeah, that's one. That looked like they got the gorilla guy and.
Mm-hmm.
I got a few. It kind of looks like Team Fortress 2, kind of.
Yeah.
But I'm surprised that they don't have any customization with that.
Here's
I
the
think they might in time.
here's the gameplay trailer for Overwatch.
Gorillas with guns. Jam Evil approved.
They're monkeys with guns. They're apes with guns.
Let's just generalize and call them primates.
It's the classic Blizzard cartoony look.
Yep.
You said that the beta, there was no beta link to the Square Enix free-to-play MMO?
No, I did. I found it before you dropped.
Yeah, Firefox crashed on me, so. I love Firefox.
Yeah.
Download Chrome.
Welcome to my reality.
Oh yeah.
Turrets deployed.
This Blizzard's Overwatch reminds me very much of Team Fortress 2,
Yes.
with less customization and the same quirky elements to each character.
Farah reporting. Justice reigns from above.
The dragon hungers. The objective is mine. Perfect.
Objective captured.
See through the dragon's eyes.
I think my favorite from what I've seen with the trailers is Widowmaker and
Time to reap.
Hanzu, if that's how you pronounce it.
The one I'm watching right now, Reaper, I thought looked pretty cool. The Hanzo's the one with the bow.
Yeah. He's like kind of like the hunter.
Let's get to work. Come on, damn machine. Shield up. Fall back.
I think Tracer's like the one with the bombs and stuff.
Really?
Yep.
You had to say Molten Core, really?
this would be a Team Fortress knockoff. with Blizzard
Huge
characters.
Team Fortress knockoff. I mean, it's an FPS, classic FPS knockoff to the core. I mean, you have your classic elements, you have your engineer, your healer, and stealth, and it's. I just kind of want to say shame, Blizzard.
I've got you.
Yeah, it's so hard to find innovative games really anymore made by major companies most of the time.
You think a
But-
company like Blizzard would be that way? I mean, that's what they used to be known for.
Yeah.
Quality, innovative games, and that's just.
One shot.
Lately, it's not what I'm seeing. I'm seeing knockoffs from them.
Yep, Heroes of News is another knockoff, but they
Yeah.
all knocked off Valve for that
Yeah.
one. For
Well, if
Dota.
you guys
But-
want to see more of that trailer, you can look up Overwatch. To me, it's just too much of a knockoff. It just the same with the Heroes of Storm. It's just a bad MOBA rip, and they're trying to push their way into the esports world with that. I think Blizzard just needs to. What happened to Project Titan? That was supposed to be so big and innovative, and
they canceled it.
yeah, exactly. They canceled it just to do things that they think are slam dunks, and it's just little
Yep.
effort, more money.
What's so sad is that Blizzard actually created the MOBA, but it was the fan base, and they never adopted it soon enough. And it was Defense of the Ancients. And it was Dota.
Yeah,
but
it was
the
Dota.
original for Warcraft 3.
Mhm.
And it was just a custom game. And they did the same thing with StarCraft 2. It was Storm of the Imperial Sanctum, MOBA. And then League of Legends, the two people that created this Dota game, Dota for Warcraft 3, split off, did their own thing, and now they're huge, making so much money that it's like, oh, why didn't we listen to our community?
Yep. Blizzard stopped listening to their community, I think, about 8 years ago.
Yeah.
And that's
Now
when
they're-
World of Warcraft
now they're
started
for it.
going downhill, and they started listening to their community when it came to World of Warcraft, when they realized they were losing more subscribers than they were gaining by like tenfold. So they had to redo something, and they had to do something quick, and that's what they did this expansion, which they try to cram everything that everyone's been asking for into this expansion. The player housing, there's a lot to it. Just go to episode 1, you see a lot about it. I think Blizzard is been going downhill quite a bit, and I stopped being a fan of theirs years ago because of the way they've been treating their gaming lately.
I think it's their community overall, because if they actually listened to us, I think everything would be balanced out.
Well, that's the idea. Yes, the community knows what they're playing more than they do. Yeah, they designed and built it, but you don't know what the outcome's going to be exactly until the community starts playing with that product and finding every avenue of it. And that's where the real playtest comes in. It was when you have millions of people doing it. And they need to listen to those playtesters. Those are free testers.
You're not paying them. They're actually most of the time paying
They're
you.
paying you.
Don't die on me again.
That's the thing that you hit the nail on the head right there, Stephanie. Is that companies need to listen to their communities. They have to. That's why World of Warplanes is failing. And in a way, I think they listen too much.
They listen to their community. They listen to all the bad things from the community.
Yeah. Not the good things. And there's quite a few companies out there that I know of that don't listen, but the ones that do tend to do very, very, very well.
Yes.
All right, well that's that tangent for today. So, James, what have you been up to, man?
Well, I have been doing a lot of stuff. Actually, this past weekend was an Evolve beta weekend, and I was able to pop back in there and poke around with their new features that they added in. A lot of good stuff to play.
Oh, yeah, that's
I
the one with
enjoyed
the
it a
big
lot. I wanted to
monsters, right?
record some video for a review, but I'm gonna have to wait till the next time they open it up. It is coming out soon, though, as an official game. I believe February 11th or February 10th is the release date for it. I'm not sure if that's the pre-release for those who pre-ordered it or not, but it is available on Steam right now. It's fantastic. It's a Left 4 Dead style game. I talked about it last time with a monster versus 4 hunters. really cool. They released a new monster during this this beta weekend, and it was the Wraith, and it was really interesting to see how he played. A lot of the players were saying, actually, everyone that I ran into who played against the Wraith said that it was way overpowered, and I unfortunately didn't get a chance to play against it, but there's some YouTube video out there to go watch and check it out. Really interesting play style when you're trying to fight against this monster. It's a lot different than the original Goliath or the Flying Kraken, so definitely awesome. They released some new hunters, new skins for hunters, new abilities, and overall they tightened it up a lot for the matchmaking system. So I'm looking forward to doing, instead of individual skirmishes, but whole campaign missions. So when that comes out, that's going to be fantastic. Also, there's, like I said, the 3 different available packages for it right now. Let me pull those up real quick. And based on which package you purchase, you'll get unlockable content as soon as it comes out. It is the basic pre-purchase right now. Comes with a copy of Left 4 Dead, $59.99. Not a bad deal. It's a little expensive for a brand new game, but this one's definitely going to be worth it. And if you're like me, I'm an enthusiast. I have to have everything. There's the pre-purchase for the Evolve Digital Deluxe, which comes with the copy of Left 4 Dead. If you already have Left 4 Dead, you can gift it to someone else. But it comes with their Season Pass, which allows when all new content comes out that you get it automatically, and also comes with the Monster Expansion Pack for additional monsters to play as when the game comes out. And then there's the PC Monster Race, they call it, which comes with the Monster Expansion Pack and a 5th additional playable monster, which is fantastic. So whoever pays the extra $20 for $99.99 gets to play as this monster right off the bat. So it's definitely worth. For me, it was worth it. I went out and spent the $100. We'll see upon further review if it was worth it or not. I think it was, because I really enjoyed this game, and I'm really looking forward to playing with all my friends.
I have a gameplay of the Wraith going on half the screen right now on the stream as you were talking about it.
It's pretty awesome. It's pretty cool. So yeah, there it is.
Oh, it's coming out for the consoles as well.
Yes, it's gonna be for PlayStation 4, Xbox, and PC. And this is the type of game that I like the full effect, the full potential of the graphics. So I definitely recommend PC, but it is fully playable and nice and smooth on the Xbox and PC. PlayStation consoles as well. I played them on both. Both my friends got into the alpha for it, and I was able to go over to their place and check it out. So I like the way the controls work on the controller. It's very smooth, but it's also much more precise with the mouse and keyboard. So it depends on your play style. You can play with the controller on the computer, or you can get it for your console if you're not a PC gamer. You do need for this, you do need a decent machine to get the full experience out of this. I would recommend like a 650 series or higher graphics card for this, just to play at medium to low high graphics.
It looks graphic intensive.
I'm currently running a 580 right now. I was able to play on high graphics, but I would experience a little lag every once in a while. So definitely time for an upgrade for me, because I want to play on Ultra. So
yeah, right.
That'll make this game a lot more fun. So, and it's like I said, it's team based, working together. The trapper has to throw down the mobile arena to trap the monster in, fight him, take him down. So before the monster grows too powerful and you're just running away from it. So lots of fun. As you can see in the Twitch stream, they're fighting against the Wraith right now. They have no chance whatsoever.
It looks like it. That looked crazy.
Yeah. That Wraith is no joke. It is. It can go invisible. It could slide around super fast. It's got some crazy attack abilities that just wipe the hunters out with no resistance whatsoever. And when it needs to get away, it's gone. So
that game looks cool. I'm going to check it
They
out.
they will be nerfing the Wraith upon release. So if you didn't get to play as during the beta, you might not get the full experience. But it looks awesome. It looks great.
That's the fun about doing a video show, is I can pull that stuff up when you're talking about it and just show it on the side.
Thank you. Yeah, I was ill prepared for that one. I could have did some screen sharing, but wasn't ready for that.
No big deal. That's what I'm here for, man.
Yeah, the moderator.
Yeah, all the lead host has to do all the fun stuff.
And besides Evolve, because I know I talked about that last time, Prison Architect has been a game that I hold dear to my heart. It's on the same
Oh,
style
jeez.
as SimCity, but on a more micromanagement scale.
Oh,
What you
not
do,
that word.
you develop and build a prison from the ground up. You start with a few workers and some money, and you have to build bunks and cells and their kitchen and canteen area and their yard and stuff. Fence them all in. A lot of fun, a lot of fun. When the prisoners start showing up, you start seeing the holes in your prison where they can dig out from, and they added so much into the game. It's really hard to get into it right now, but they if you don't have any previous experience with this type of game, I don't think it would be great for you at this point. There should be more options to make it more easy or hard depending on your skill level. But they've been developing this game to a more proficient gamer since they've been working on it. They come out with updates regularly. Right now they're on Alpha, I want to say 27, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Alpha 28, which came out right before Christmas, and there's Alpha 29 coming out soon. I'm waiting for this to become a full game, but who knows when if they just keep doing these updates every month or so. So it's really fantastic. It's a lot of fun. If you haven't checked it out yet, I would definitely check it out on Steam before it becomes fully available. I believe it's only $20 at this time. So
And it goes on sale all the time.
it does go on sale all the
Yeah.
time. So if you're not into getting it
no.
right now, I would definitely. It's $29.99 right now, but it probably will go on sale for $19 or even $9.99 in the future. So look for that on your Steam shopping list.
I had a tier wish list on Steam to wait for next major sale should actually be in